Money is not something to chase. It is not a cold, silent coin, nor a piece of paper waiting in your wallet. Money is movement. It is divine circulation. It is the reflection of your inner belief about life's abundance. Just as water flows to the lowest point, money flows to the open heart, the receptive mind, the soul that trusts in divine order. There is a hidden truth many never see. Money is alive. It listens. It feels. It moves where it is welcomed. When your mind vibrates with fear, lack, and limitation, you shut the gate. But when you affirm your faith in divine supply, the gate swings open, and abundance rushes in like a river after rain. Every word you speak sends ripples through the current of your life. Say, I never have enough. And you plant rocks in your stream. Say, money flows freely and easily to me. And you clear the path for wealth to find you. The universe echoes your words back to you. You are the commander of your own tide. There are no accidents in divine economy. Money flows in perfect rhythm, guided by unseen laws that never fail. You are not here to beg or to borrow. You are here to align. When you know that your supply is spiritual and infinite, you will never fear another bill, never doubt another opportunity, never wonder where the next dollar will come from. It will come because it must come, for the divine cannot withhold from the divine. Faith is your currency in this unseen world. When you believe with calm assurance that everything you need is already provided, the outer world adjusts itself to match your inner knowing. Faith opens the floodgates of the invisible river. Doubt clogs it. Faith says, it is done. Fear whispers, what if it isn't? And the universe, ever obedient, answers whichever voice you trust most. The secret, then, is not to struggle, but to surrender. When you stop trying to push the river, you will see that it was already flowing toward you. Divine supply is never late. It arrives the moment you are ready to receive. You cannot force the tide, but you can prepare the vessel. Keep your heart pure, your words positive, your thoughts elevated, and the current will carry you. Do not measure abundance by what is in your bank. Measure it by the peace in your soul. For peace is the sign that you are aligned with the source. When you are at peace, you magnetize wealth naturally. You stop grasping and start allowing. The anxious person builds a dam. The grateful person opens the gates. Gratitude says, thank you, universe, for all I have and all that is coming. And the river swells in response. And what of giving? Many fear to give, thinking it will deplete their store. Yet giving is the divine key that multiplies supply. When you release money with joy, you are saying to the universe, I trust in infinite return. You declare your wealth by your willingness to circulate it. A river that hoards its water becomes a swamp. Flow is life, circulation is power. What you give in faith returns multiplied. The universe does not respond to need, it responds to belief. Many say, I need money, but the universe hears lack. Instead, declare, I am one with infinite supply. That is the truth that sets you free. That is the truth that makes money flow like water. You are not separate from abundance. You are its channel, its expression, its living proof. The divine law never fails. Whatever you imagine and speak with faith must appear. Say often, every day, in every way, my supply increases. Money flows to me freely, constantly, and without end. Do not say it as hope, but as truth. Speak it until your heart believes it. Feel the joy as though it were already so. And soon it will be. For every coin that comes to you, bless it. For every bill you pay, bless it. Bless your wallet, your work, your ideas. Bless your sleep, your food, your thoughts. For what you bless multiplies. What you curse diminishes. You are not a beggar in the marketplace of life. You are a creator in the kingdom of divine wealth. There will come a moment when you feel it, when you know the truth not as a concept, but as a living force. You will feel the peace that passes understanding, and suddenly opportunities will appear where walls once stood. Doors will open, debts will dissolve, ideas will prosper. You will no longer chase money. Money will recognize its master and find its way to you. And when it does, remember this, the river never ends. Do not clutch the flow in fear. Use it, share it, Let it move. As it moves, it grows stronger. As it circulates, it renews itself. You are not the owner of this current. You are the steward of divine supply. So today, speak abundance, feel abundance, live abundance. Let every breath declare, I am one with the flow of money, one with the river of divine wealth, one with the infinite source. And as you do, you will see, money flows like water when you know this truth. Money is not a thing to be earned with strain or hoarded in fear. It is an invisible current that flows through life like water flowing through the riverbed. It is divine energy that moves in harmony with your thoughts, your words, and your faith when your heart is open and your mind is aligned with the rhythm of the universe. Money finds you with effortless grace. It does not need to be forced. It only needs to be welcomed. Every soul has within them the power to direct this flow, yet so many build dams of fear, doubt, and limitation, blocking the current that was meant to bless them. If you see money as scarce, you command it to stay away. If you see it as abundant and alive, you call it forth to dance around you like sunlight upon water. The great truth is that money is spirit in motion. It is a mirror of your belief system, a reflection of how much you trust the divine to provide. When you speak words of lack, you send ripples of resistance into your life. Every complaint, every fearful statement, every anxious thought about not having enough becomes a stone in your riverbed, slowing the current that was meant to rush toward you. But when you speak words of abundance, gratitude, and confidence, water clears and begins to sparkle again. Your words are not idle. Your words are creative instruments. They carry spiritual power, and they command substance into form. Say often with deep faith, money flows to me freely, constantly, and without end, and feel the reality of those words as if they are already true, for what you believe deeply becomes your experience. Faith is the magnet that draws supply. It is not the size of your bank account, but the size of your belief that determines how freely money flows toward you. Faith whispers all is well, and in that calm whisper, the universe hears its signal to release the tide of blessings. Faith is the open gate through which the river runs. Fear is the gate closed tight by trembling hands. You must choose daily which gate you will keep open, faith or fear. When you trust the divine flow, it never fails to reach you. It may come through unexpected channels, through ideas, through opportunities, through gifts, or through miracles. But it comes as surely as water seeks the sea. When you let go of anxiety and rest in trust, you feel the peace that money can never buy. Yet ironically, that peace is what brings money to you. Money responds not to need, but to belief. When you say, I need money, the vibration of lack is sent out, and the universe mirrors it back. You remain in the energy of needing. When instead you declare, I am one with infinite supply, you lift yourself into the energy of having, and the flow begins to move through you. You do not have to struggle or force opportunities to appear. They are already moving toward you, waiting for your acceptance. The divine law is perfect in its order. It cannot fail, but it waits for your permission. It waits for your consciousness to open like a river waits for a channel. You are not separate from supply. You are the channel itself through which divine substance flows. Gratitude is the secret that keeps the current strong. It is the silent language that tells the universe, I already have, and thus more is given. When you thank life for what you have, no matter how small, you activate divine multiplication. You turn one coin into many, one idea into wealth, one seed into a garden of plenty. Every morning, when you wake, declare, thank you for the flow of money. Thank you for the divine supply that meets every need. Thank you that I live in an abundant universe, and watch as new ways of prosperity unfold. Gratitude turns every moment into a magnet of attraction. It changes your vibration from wanting to receiving. Giving is the proof that you trust the river. When you release money with joy rather than fear, you declare to the universe that you know there is always more to come. Holding tightly to money out of fear of losing it is like grasping water in your hands. It slips away and leaves you empty. But when you let it flow freely, it returns to you multiplied many times over. Giving is not loss, it is divine circulation. It is participation in the universal rhythm that governs all prosperity. Even a small act of generosity sends a signal to the invisible realm that says, I trust infinite supply. And the universe never fails to honor that trust. There will be moments when the river seems dry, when circumstances test your belief and appearances suggest scarcity. But appearances are not truth, they are shadows cast by the light of your own faith. When you focus on the light, the shadow disappears. The truth is that the source of your supply is spiritual, eternal, and unbroken. The divine never withholds anything from you. It is only your fear that holds it back. Speak to that fear with authority and remind it that abundance is your birthright, peace is your power, and faith is your bridge to the unseen river. Money is not evil. It is not holy. It is neutral. It becomes whatever you command it to be when handled with love and wisdom. It becomes a servant of good, a tool for creation, a blessing for others and yourself. The person who blesses money blesses their own path. Bless every coin that comes to you. Bless every bill you pay. Bless every exchange and transaction. For what you bless multiplies, and what you curse diminishes. Do not say, I cannot afford. Say instead, I am open to divine ways of provision. Do not say money is hard to come by. Say instead, money flows to me with ease and joy. For as you speak, so shall it be. There is a higher law governing wealth. It is not written in banks or in markets. It is written in the unseen laws of spirit. Those who know it live without fear. They understand that prosperity is a divine rhythm like breathing in and out. There is giving and receiving. There is ebb and flow. There is circulation without end. And when you align your consciousness with that rhythm, you enter the peace of divine provision. You will find that you no longer chase money, but attract it effortlessly because your vibration has become one with the truth. The truth is this: money flows like water when you know that it is already yours in the mind of God. You are not waiting for abundance, you are awakening to it. You are not learning to earn, you are learning to allow. Everything you desire already exists in divine substance, waiting for your recognition. The moment you claim it with unwavering faith, the moment you stop doubting and start affirming, the river begins to move. Unseen currents rearrange themselves, and soon the visible signs appear. Opportunities, doors, ideas, and blessings flow in one after another. You are not separate from this divine flow. You are a part of it. The river of money moves through you, not around you. Your thoughts are the riverbanks that shape its direction. Your emotions are the tides that determine its speed. Your faith is the open channel that allows it to rush freely through your life. So guard your words, speak only of abundance. Guard your feelings, cultivate peace and joy. Guard your faith, for it is the key that opens every floodgate of prosperity. When you know this truth, when you feel it not as theory, but as certainty, money flows like water. It moves through your life with grace, ease, and divine purpose, carrying with it the proof that the universe is always abundant, always generous, and always ready to supply every need according to divine law. Faith is the unseen force that turns invisible ideas into visible abundance. It is not hope, it is not wishful thinking, it is the living confidence that what you desire is already moving toward you. Faith is the golden bridge that connects your present circumstance to your divine inheritance. It is the power that transforms scarcity into plenty, fear into peace, and limitation into limitless opportunity. Money is not the cause of faith, it is the effect. Faith is the seed from which financial freedom grows. When your belief in divine supply is strong, money comes effortlessly. It does not have to be begged for, chased, or struggled after. It finds its way to you, just as rivers find their way back to the ocean. There is a vibration to faith that calls abundance into form. It is calm, unwavering, and expectant. Faith does not ask how, it knows that the answer will come in divine order. Many try to manipulate or force results, but those who walk in faith understand that wealth appears through trust, not tension. When you are anxious or doubtful, you create resistance in the flow of life. You block the current that was meant to bless you. But when you rest in the knowing that the universe provides all things in perfect time, you open the channel for divine substance to pour through you. Faith is a magnetic field. It attracts to you every person, opportunity, and idea necessary for your prosperity. When you believe that you live in an abundant universe, every cell of your being begins to vibrate with that truth, and the outer world mirrors it back to you. Faith is the language of creation. It speaks directly to the laws of the unseen world and commands them to take shape in the visible. Your belief is the blueprint, your faith is the builder, and your life is the finished structure. When faith is complete, the invisible becomes visible. Many people say they have faith, but they mix it with fear. They speak words of trust, yet their hearts are filled with worry. This double-mindedness creates confusion in the flow. You cannot say, I am abundant, and then think, what if I lose everything? You cannot declare, I am supplied, and then look at your bills in despair. The law of faith responds to the vibration of your dominant thought, not to your occasional hope. So you must choose every day to think, speak, and feel as though the miracle is already done. The moment you believe fully, the moment you let go of fear, the invisible machinery of divine provision begins to move. Faith does not beg, it commands with love and certainty. It knows that the source of wealth is spiritual and infinite, not limited by jobs, markets, or circumstances. No bank holds your true supply. No economy can reduce your worth. Your supply is within your consciousness, and faith is the key that unlocks it. When you align your inner world with divine truth, the outer world has no choice but to obey. You may find new ideas coming suddenly, opportunities opening where none existed before, unexpected help arriving at the right moment. Faith draws these things because faith is one with the creative mind of God. Faith is not blind, it is illuminated vision. It sees what the physical eyes cannot yet see. It hears what the fearful heart refuses to hear. It whispers, all is well, even when appearances suggest otherwise. It is in that moment of testing, when everything looks uncertain, that your faith has the chance to shine. When the night is darkest, faith becomes the lamp that lights your next step. You must trust, even when there is no sign, for the sign follows the belief, not the other way around. The seed does not demand proof of the harvest. Before it grows, it simply knows that growth is inevitable. When you stand firm in faith, you become unshakable. You stop being swayed by outer appearances and rest in inner assurance. You no longer fear delays or disappointments, because you understand that divine timing is perfect. The river of prosperity does not run dry. It simply adjusts its path when you hold your belief unwaveringly. Even in silence and stillness, you are building invisible momentum. Every thought of confidence, every word of trust strengthens the current until it overflows into manifestation. Faith must be lived, not just spoken. It must be felt in every action and decision. Act as though you already possess the wealth you seek. Walk with the peace of one who knows their supply is endless. Speak with gratitude for blessings not yet visible. Give as one who is already rich, because faith behaves as though the promise is fulfilled, and the universe mirrors that behavior by making it so. Faith never says someday, it says now. Now is the moment of manifestation. Now is the point of power. And when you anchor yourself in that knowing, you draw miracles from the unseen into your reality. To doubt is human, but to rise above doubt is divine. Faith lifts you above the noise of fear and places you in silence of divine certainty. It is there that inspiration flows, ideas bloom, and doors open effortlessly. Faith is the energy of peace that allows money to move toward you without struggle. Faith transforms your vibration from scarcity to security, and in that state, the universe rushes to meet your belief. Every prayer you speak in faith is heard. Every thought of abundance is answered. Faith is not about waiting for signs. It is about becoming the sign. Hold fast to your belief that the universe is generous, that supply is infinite, that nothing is too good to be true. When you know this deeply, not with the head but with the heart, you release the most powerful creative force in existence. Faith does not ask for permission. It declares reality into being. It says, let there be, and there is. It says, I am prosperous, and prosperity appears. When you live in faith, your life becomes a reflection of divine order, where every need is met, every door opens, and every desire finds its perfect expression. The law never fails, for faith is the law in motion, and money like water flows to the one who believes with all their heart. The law of expectancy is the hidden key that governs the flow of money. It is the silent command that shapes your financial reality. You do not receive what you hope for or even what you work for. You receive what you truly expect. Deep within your heart, expectation is faith made visible. It is the vibration of certainty that tells the universe, this is mine, this is real, this is done. When your expectation is rooted in abundance, money flows toward you like water rushing to its source. But when your expectation is rooted in doubt or fear, the river dries up and opportunities fade away. Your outer world is simply a mirror reflecting the inner expectation you carry every moment of the day. Expectation is a spiritual law as exact as gravity. You cannot plant a seed of lack and reap a harvest of wealth. You cannot expect failure and receive success. The universe always matches your inner picture. If you expect struggle, you draw struggle. If you expect ease, you draw ease. The law does not judge, it simply responds. You are the one painting on the canvas of your life with the brush of expectation. Your thoughts color the picture, your emotions give it depth, and your words give it form. So be mindful of the picture you hold, for it is already shaping your tomorrow. To expect abundance is not arrogance, it is alignment. It is the natural state of a soul that knows its divine inheritance. The child of infinite supply cannot live in limitation unless he accepts it by choice. Your expectation is the open door through which the blessings of the universe pour. When you say yes to prosperity in your heart and refuse to entertain fear, you create a channel so wide that money must come through. It cannot resist the pull of unwavering belief, just as water cannot resist the pull of gravity. The secret to expectation lies in your emotions, not just your words. You may say, I expect good things, but if your heart feels anxious or doubtful, the vibration of your feeling overrides your words. Emotion is energy in motion. It is what tells the universe what you truly believe, so you must feel the joy of already receiving. You must live in the vibration of fulfillment before the evidence appears. When you do this, your energy becomes magnetic, drawing to you every circumstance and opportunity that matches your inner certainty. There is a sacred difference between wishing and expecting. Wishing is passive. It says, I hope it happens. Expecting is powerful. It says it already is. When you expect something, you prepare for it. If you expect guests, you set the table. If you expect success, you prepare your heart. If you expect money, you make room for it. You organize your life in harmony with the flow that is coming. If you keep saying money will come but continue to act as if it never will, you are sending mixed signals to the universe, and the law cannot respond consistently. Your preparation is your declaration of faith. Expectation is born from repetition. Every time you speak words of abundance, every time you visualize prosperity, every time you express gratitude for what you already have, you are training your mind to expect good to come naturally. The more you affirm it, the more natural it becomes, until one day you no longer try to believe, you simply know it as truth. Expectation then becomes effortless, like breathing. You no longer question if the river will flow, you simply live in harmony with it. There is a divine rhythm to life. Everything you need is already making its way toward you, but your expectation must meet it halfway. Doubt slows the rhythm, faith accelerates it. Expectation holds it steady. The one who doubts builds walls around themselves. The one who expects builds bridges. When you expect the best, you prepare your inner world for miracles to enter, and miracles always seek a prepared heart. Expectation is the signal that tells the universe you are ready to receive. Many live their lives expecting disappointment because they have been conditioned by past failures. But yesterday's experience does not define today's truth. The law of expectancy resets the moment you change your belief. If you expect better, better must come, because the universe always obeys the present vibration of your consciousness. The past has no power unless you keep expecting it to repeat. Release it, let it flow away like old water, making room for the new current of abundance that is waiting for your permission. Expectation is creative power. It shapes destiny, it bends reality, it opens doors that logic cannot see. Those who expect wealth with peace and gratitude find that circumstances rearrange themselves to fulfill their inner vision. People appear, ideas surface, opportunities align, because expectation commands the unseen forces to cooperate in divine order. And so it is when you walk in the vibration of certainty. The world bends to meet your belief. Live each day as though you already possess everything you desire. When you hold your head high, walk with confidence, and act with peace, you are broadcasting to the universe the signal of divine expectancy. The law cannot ignore it. It must respond as faithfully as the tide responds to the moon. Expect money to flow easily. Expect opportunities to unfold. Expect divine supply to meet every need. And it will be so, for the universe is always faithful to its laws. And the law of expectancy never fails when you know that what you seek is already yours. The river of abundance moves swiftly and silently in your direction, carrying with it all the wealth, health, and happiness that you dared to expect. Fear is the great dam that stops the current of money from flowing freely, while gratitude is the sacred key that breaks it open. Fear whispers, there is not enough, while gratitude sings, all is provided. Fear looks at the empty space and trembles. Gratitude looks at the same space and calls it full. Fear shuts the door to abundance. Gratitude opens every window to let it in. Your emotions are the language through which the universe hears your requests, and the vibration of fear tells the universe to hold back, but the vibration of gratitude declares that you are already supplied, and so more supply is given. Every person at some point feels the chill of fear, especially when faced with bills, debts, or uncertainty about tomorrow. Yet fear is only an illusion, a shadow created by forgetfulness of divine truth. Fear believes in separation. It believes you are alone and unsupported, but the moment you remember that you are one with infinite supply, the illusion dissolves and peace returns. Money does not flee from you because of circumstance, it flees from the vibration of fear. It cannot dwell where there is panic, for fear is a signal of distrust in divine order. When you fear the loss of money, you are worshipping limitation. Instead of the source, you are telling the universe that lack has power greater than abundance. And the universe simply mirrors that belief back to you. The fearful mind tightens its grip, it worries, it hoards, it hesitates to give, and in doing so it closes the very channel through which prosperity moves. The grateful mind, on the other hand, relaxes, it breathes, it gives freely, because it knows there is always more to come. It trusts the divine flow, and by trusting, it keeps the current alive. Gratitude is not a polite gesture, it is a spiritual force. It tells life, I see your goodness, I trust your rhythm, I welcome more. It changes your energy instantly and raises your vibration to match that of abundance. Gratitude is not blind, it sees clearly, yet chooses faith over fear. When you say thank you, what you already have, you align yourself with the law of increase. You cannot feel gratitude and lack at the same time. They cannot exist in the same space. One must dissolve in the presence of the other. And gratitude is always the stronger practice. Gratitude not as a duty, but as a way of life. Every morning upon waking, say thank you for the unseen flow of wealth that supports me. Thank you for every opportunity, every coin, every meal, every smile, every breath, for all these are tokens of divine abundance at work. When you look at your bills, bless them with gratitude. Say thank you that I have been trusted to use this energy. Thank you that divine supply meets this obligation in perfect order. When you bless rather than resent your obligations, you transmute the energy of fear into faith. And watch how quickly things begin to move in your favor. Fear creates delay, gratitude accelerates manifestation, because fear focuses on the absence of what you desire, while gratitude focuses on the presence of what already is. What you focus on expands. So when you focus on what you already have, the universe multiplies it. When you focus on what you lack, the universe multiplies that too. Gratitude is the gentle art of focusing on sufficiency. It is the recognition that everything you need is either here now or on its way, and that nothing can truly be withheld from you. Those who live in fear of money often chase it endlessly, yet never feel secure. Even when they have it, they guard it, they worry about it, they lose sleep over it. But those who live in gratitude attract money naturally, because they are already at peace. They do not chase, they attract. They do not force, they allow. Their calm confidence signals to the universe that they are ready for more. And the universe always sends more. Those who are thankful for what they have, fear constricts the heart, but gratitude expands it, and money like water flows where there is space to move. When you live in constant gratitude, you become like a wide open river, unobstructed, smooth, and free. The current of life rushes through you, bringing ideas, people, opportunities, and blessings from unexpected directions. Gratitude turns ordinary days into miracles and obstacles into stepping stones. Each thank you spoken in sincerity becomes a magnet for more. When you catch yourself worrying about money, pause and breathe. Speak to fear as though it were a child in need of comfort. Tell it gently, there is no lack, there is only abundance. All that I need is already here. Then immediately turn your heart to gratitude. List everything that is working, everything that is present, everything that has already been provided. As you do this, the vibration of fear dissolves like mist before the sun. You begin to feel lighter, clearer, more certain. And that feeling is the signal that the flow has resumed. Remember always that money is spiritual substance responding to spiritual law. It cannot resist love and gratitude, for they are the highest frequencies of creation. Gratitude purifies your thoughts so that what you attract is good, pure, and right for you. It removes the toxins of worry and doubt and replaces them with divine certainty. When you live in gratitude, you are never poor because gratitude itself is wealth. It is the awareness of divine abundance. Already in your possession, you may think gratitude is a reaction to having, but in truth, having is a reaction to gratitude. The more thankful you are, the more you receive. It is the law of circulation in action. The heart that gives thanks becomes a magnet for blessings. The one that complains repels them. Money is energy, and it seeks joyful channels. Gratitude makes you a joyful channel, a clear vessel through which wealth flows easily and continuously. So whenever fear rises within you, meet it with thanksgiving. Thank you, fear, for reminding me to trust. Thank you for showing me where I need strengthen my faith. Then release it and return to gratitude for what is true, the truth that you live in an infinitely abundant universe where supply is unending, and love is the source of all prosperity. When you anchor your mind in this knowing, fear has no power left to block your flow. The river of money begins to move freely once again, carrying with it peace, confidence, and the joyful realization that gratitude not only opens the way, but keeps it open forever. Every word you speak carries power. It is not merely sound, it is creative substance shaped by thought and emotion. Words are the invisible architects of your world. They design the structure of your reality and command unseen forces into motion. The moment a word leaves your mouth, it sets energy in motion that attracts to you exactly what you have declared. When you speak lack, you draw lack. When you speak abundance, you invite abundance. Your words are not idle. Your words are living vibrations that shape the current of money flowing through your life. Every thought spoken becomes a seed, and every seed produces after its kind. So if you wish to see prosperity, you must plant prosperity with the words of your mouth. Many do not realize that their financial struggles are built from the language they use. They say things like, I can't afford it, money is hard to get, or I never have enough. And with each repetition, they pour cement over their own river of flow. Their speech becomes a barrier rather than a bridge. The law of universe does not interpret humor or sarcasm, it responds to vibration. So even when you speak negatively, in jest, you are still calling that energy into being. You cannot plant thorns and expect roses. You cannot speak of poverty and receive wealth. Every word is a command. Every declaration is a decree. When you speak of money, speak as one who already possesses it. Speak as one in harmony with abundance. Say often, money flows to me freely and joyfully, or I am open to unlimited supply. These are not mere affirmations, they are spiritual instructions directing the creative force within and around you to produce what you desire. Your words form the mold through which divine substance flows. The clearer and stronger your words, the faster the substance takes shape. When you speak with faith and gratitude, the universe listens and obeys. You may not see the result immediately, but words never vanish. They are energy in motion, traveling through the unseen until they crystallize into form. That is why consistency is essential. The spoken word is like rain upon the soil. It must fall again and again to bring forth the harvest. Say your words daily, not as a wish, but as a knowing. Speak them from your heart, with the calm certainty that they are true even before evidence appears. The more you speak life, the more life you will see. The more you speak abundance, the more abundance will come. The tongue can bless or curse. It can build or destroy, so guard it with wisdom. Speak only that which uplifts, strengthens, and creates harmony. If you speak doubt, you feed it. If you speak faith, you strengthen it. The choice is always yours. Silence born of peace is better than words born of fear. When you cannot find words of faith, hold your tongue until your heart finds alignment. Then speak from the place of truth. The divine does not respond to empty noise, but to the vibration of conviction behind your words. Your speech is a mirror of your belief. If you wish to change your finances, begin by changing your vocabulary. Remove every trace of lack and limitation. Replace them with words of assurance and divine trust. Instead of saying, I can't, say, I can. Instead of saying, I lack, say, I am supplied. Instead of saying, I'm broke, say, I am aligning with infinite prosperity. The words may feel unnatural at first, but repetition will make them real to your subconscious mind. And once your subconscious believes it, the outer world must follow. Do not only speak prosperity over yourself, speak it over others. Bless their success, bless their wealth, bless every act of generosity. You see, for the vibration of blessing expands your own flow. The one who rejoices in another's prosperity draws prosperity faster to themselves. Jealousy, envy, or criticism of another's wealth poisons your own river. Bless instead, and you will feel the energy rise within you. Every blessing spoken sends out ripples that return multiplied. It is also powerful to speak directly to money, as though it were alive, for indeed it is energy. With consciousness say to your money, you are divine substance, and you flow to me in perfect order and abundance. Bless every coin, every bill, every transaction. Say thank you for increasing and circulating through my life. The act of blessing your money purifies its energy and aligns it with divine purpose. When you bless what you have, it grows. When you complain, it shrinks. Your words are the guardians of your prosperity. Never speak words of fear over your financial future. Do not say times are hard or money is scarce, for these statements tie your vibration to lack even in moments of challenge. Declare the opposite. Say divine supply is never limited. I am always supported. I walk in abundance. No matter what the outer world says, truth always overrules appearances. Your words are the instruments by which truth manifests. They carve pathways through chaos until order appears. The universe is always listening, not with ears, but with vibration. It echoes back to you what you say with conviction. This is why ancient wisdom teaches that the word is law. What you speak in faith must come to pass. You have the power to command your financial destiny through the vibration of speech. If you continually affirm that money flows to you easily, that opportunities surround you, and that divine order governs your finances, you will see visible results, because the creative word never returns empty. Every time you open your mouth, you are either affirming faith or feeding fear. You are either widening the river or building a dam. Use your speech to set yourself free. Speak abundance until you feel it vibrating in your bones. Speak peace until your mind grows calm. Speak prosperity until your environment begins to change around you. Remember, every word is water shaping the riverbed of your life. If you desire money to flow like water, speak as the river speaks, endlessly, fearlessly, joyfully, always moving forward. For the spoken word is divine power in motion, and through it you hold the key to every treasure that awaits you. There is a divine law that governs the flow of money just as surely as gravity governs the fall of a stone. When you understand and align with this law, you no longer chase money, you magnetize it. You no longer struggle, you flow. Everything in the universe moves in harmony with spiritual law, and money is no exception. Money is not random luck or chance. It is energy that obeys precise spiritual principles, and the first of these is the law of circulation, the law that says what you give returns. Multiplied, what you release with joy comes back with increase, and what you hoard in fear turns stagnant and heavy like water that refuses to move. This divine law of money is not man-made. It existed before coins, before banks, before trade. It is woven into the very rhythm of creation. When the sun gives its light freely, it does not become less. When the ocean gives its waves, it does not dry out. When you breathe, you do not hold the air, you let it move through you. That same principle is true for wealth. The more freely you let it flow through right channels, the more it grows. The law is generous but impartial. It responds only to the vibration you send forth. And if you vibrate fear of loss, you block its natural movement. If you vibrate trust and gratitude, you open the gates to endless supply. Many people live out of alignment with this law. They try to get instead of give. They cling to every coin, thinking security lies in possession, but the universe rewards circulation, not stagnation. Money, like water, must move to remain pure. It cannot bless you if it is locked in fear. The one who hoards out of anxiety will soon see their stream dry up, while the one who shares with faith will find that the river never ceases to flow. Forgiving is the proof of trust, and trust is the language the universe understands. The divine law of money is not about reckless spending nor about deprivation. It is about flow, balance, and awareness. When you give from the heart without resistance, you declare, I am supplied by infinite source, not by this one transaction. You affirm that your wealth is spiritual, not circumstantial, that it springs from within and therefore can never be depleted. Money is not your master. It is your servant, a sacred tool meant to move, bless, and multiply. Wherever it goes, when you handle it with love and purpose, it becomes magnetized to return multiplied to you. To live by this law means to release guilt around money, to see it as holy energy instead of a burden or an enemy. Many grew up believing that money is the root of all evil, but the truth is the love of money, the obsession and attachment to it, is what causes suffering. Money itself is neutral. It becomes good or bad depending on the consciousness that directs it in right hands. It builds schools, feeds the hungry, and creates beauty in wrong hands. It destroys and divides. So the key is not to reject money, but to purify your relationship with it, to honor it as divine supply in visible form. Another principle of this law is gratitude. Gratitude expands everything it touches. When you bless what you have, you increase its vibration and invite more of the same. When you complain about what you lack, you lower your vibration and push away supply. The divine law of money does not respond to need, it responds to faith. It does not answer begging, it answers belief. That is why those who remain thankful in small beginnings soon find themselves in great abundance. Their gratitude keeps the channel clear, and the energy of increase flowing. This law also teaches detachment, to remain at peace, whether you have much or little, to know that your security lies in divine order, not in number. On a screen, when you can bless both gain and loss with equal calm, you demonstrate mastery of the material world. Then money begins to obey you rather than control you. It flows through your life as naturally as breath, because you no longer fear it, you respect it, you understand it, and therefore it serves you faithfully. To align with the divine law of money, you must also pay attention to your inner speech, your beliefs, your feelings about wealth. Every doubt, every fear, every resentment creates resistance in the current, while every affirmation of faith and joy removes obstacles and sets the flow free. You cannot deceive this law. It mirrors your true state of consciousness exactly. If you secretly feel unworthy of abundance, it will reflect scarcity. If you genuinely feel deserving, it will bring more opportunities than you can count. The law is precise, it never errs. There are no limits with it. Divine supply, the universe is overflowing with substance, ready to mold itself into whatever form you require. Money is simply one of those forms. When you declare with conviction that divine supply meets all your needs, you are not making a wish, you are invoking law. You are summoning the invisible current that obeys spiritual authority. Faith spoken in truth is the most powerful command in existence. It sets creation into motion, and the law must respond because the divine is bound by its own promise. So live by the divine law of money. Give without fear, receive without guilt, bless every transaction, and remember that you are not separate from the source of wealth. You are the expression of that source through human form. Your faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, and when you walk upon that bridge, money flows effortlessly as water flows downhill. It is not your job to push the current, it is your task to align with it. Trust it and let it move through you freely. The divine law of money never fails, for it is the rhythm of creation itself, and when you live in harmony with that rhythm, your prosperity becomes as natural and endless as the beating of your own heart. Every change begins with the spoken word, and the words you speak about money determine the kind of relationship you have with it. If you talk about money as if it were your enemy, it will flee from you. But if you speak of it as your trusted companion, it will seek you. Your language is not merely communication, it is creation. When you speak with authority and love over your finances, you command the very vibration that shapes your reality. Most people speak unconsciously, repeating words of lack, words of fear, words that cancel their desires without even realizing it. They speak of shortage, then wonder why shortage persists. They speak of struggle, and the universe obeys not because it is cruel, but because it is obedient. If you wish to experience a new flow of prosperity, you must first learn the art of divine conversation. Speak money into existence with the power of deliberate words. Speak one who already lives in abundance. The secret is not in pleading or wishing, it is in knowing that the moment you speak faith, the unseen begins to move on your behalf. Words are not empty sounds, they are living energy. They travel through the invisible realm and build form. They awaken forces that arrange circumstances and people to bring your declaration into being. When you say, I am open to infinite prosperity, you are sending a clear command into the universe, and the law of vibration must respond. You cannot attract wealth while speaking doubt, because vibration cannot contradict itself. Outer world always reflects the inner conversation. If you constantly say, I can't afford it, or I never have enough, you are setting a law in motion that must fulfill those very words. When you speak faith, you set a higher law in motion, the divine law of supply, which knows no lack or limitation. It is a law that flows like water, always seeking the open channel. When you speak abundance, you open that channel within yourself. You create a pathway for money to flow naturally. The words you use become the blueprint for your financial future. Think of them as instructions given to the universe. When you say, I am rich in opportunities. You are writing a script that life will act upon. When you say money flows to me with ease and joy, you are programming your mind and your energy to magnetize prosperity. There is no magic more powerful than speech spoken in faith. You do not beg for money, you command it by aligning your words with divine truth. Money is your servant, not your master. It responds to clear direction, not confusion. Begin each day by blessing your finances and speaking abundance over your life. Say aloud, money flows to me now in perfect order from expected and unexpected sources. I am one with infinite supply. Every time you say it, feel it as truth, not as a wish. You must speak from certainty, not desperation. The energy behind your words is what activates the law. When you speak with fear, the words are hollow. When you speak with confidence, they are alive and creative. The divine listens not to the volume of your voice, but to the conviction in your spirit. It is not enough to speak abundance once or twice. Your words must become your atmosphere. They must surround your day like light. Speak them in the morning. Speak them when you handle money. Speak them when you pay bills. Say, thank you for flowing through my life. Thank you for blessing me and blessing others. This transforms every transaction into a prayer and every exchange into an act of creation. Even as you release money, say these words: freely go forth and multiply, return to me increased and blessed. This is not fantasy. It is alignment with spiritual law, and the universe honors such alignment. The more you practice speaking prosperity, the more you dissolve inner resistance. Soon your subconscious begins to believe what you say. And once belief takes root, it manifests with ease, for the subconscious does not argue, it obeys. Repetition, it becomes the silent architect building what the conscious mind declares. So speak only that which you wish to experience. Do not describe circumstances. Speak the reality you are creating. If your outer world seems barren, keep speaking abundance. The words will eventually reshape what you see, for the invisible always precedes the visible. Remember that every negative statement is a seed too, and it will grow if you feed it. So guard your tongue with the same care as you would guard your treasure chest. Let no words of lack or fear escape your lips. Replace every doubtful thought with a declaration of faith. Instead of I can't, say I can. Instead of I'm waiting for my miracle, say I am living in my miracle. Now this is the language of creation. It is the rhythm of power. The more you use it, the more fluent you become in the vibration of wealth. Your speech should always bless, never curse. Bless your money, bless your opportunities, bless every exchange, even bless your challenges, for they teach you mastery. Blessing is the highest vibration of speech. It expands what it touches. When you bless something, you are increasing its energy of good, and that increase must return to you multiplied. Every blessing spoken is an investment in your future prosperity. Speak blessings like rain. Let them fall upon all areas of your life until you are surrounded by the evidence of your words. To speak money into existence is to remember that you are one with the source from which all wealth flows. You are not asking for something foreign to you. You are awakening what has always been yours. Your words are the key that unlocks the invisible vault of divine supply. Speak them with love, speak them with authority, and never doubt the result, for the law of the word never fails when spoken in faith. Every word is a seed, every declaration a decree. And as you speak the language of abundance, the universe answers with increase until money flows through your life like an endless river guided by the power of your word. There is an invisible current flowing all around you, the vibration of prosperity. Pulse of divine abundance, it is the frequency that governs all creation. Everything in the universe vibrates and responds to frequency. Even money is energy. And that energy has a tone, a rhythm, a frequency. When you learn to match that vibration consciously, you align yourself with the flow of supply. And money begins to appear through people, opportunities, and ideas seemingly out of nowhere. Where this is not superstition, it is spiritual law. The same way a radio tunes to a specific station, your consciousness tunes to specific experiences, and the words you speak set the dial of your vibration. The hidden money frequency is not about greed or desperation. It is about alignment and recognition. It is realizing that money is not separate from you. It is part of the same divine energy that breathes through you. When you see it as spiritual substance rather than paper and numbers, you begin to treat it with respect, gratitude, and faith. Your energy shifts from lack to connection, and the universe mirrors that shift in physical form. The reason so many struggle financially is not because of external lack, but because their inner vibration repels what they desire. They think rich thoughts in the morning, Speak poor words in the evening, they visualize wealth yet vibrate fear and doubt. The two cancel each other, and the frequency goes static. To tune yourself to the money frequency, you must first quiet the noise of fear, for fear blocks reception. Fear says there is not enough. Fear says others have more. Fear says I must fight to survive, but faith says supply is infinite. Faith says I am one with the source. Faith says what I seek is already mine. This shift in vibration is the foundation of all prosperity. You do not chase wealth, you harmonize with it. And when you do so, opportunities that once seem hidden begin to glow before your eyes, because your inner state and the outer world are mirrors of the same energy. This frequency is sustained through emotion. Emotion is energy in motion, and the strongest emotions, love, gratitude, joy, vibrate at the highest levels. These are the same vibrations that attract abundance. When you speak about money with joy, when you give with love, when you receive with gratitude, you are radiating the exact frequency that calls more of it into your experience. Every act done in joy increases your resonance. Every complaint lowers it. This is why ancient wisdom has always said, rejoice even before the manifestation appears, for joy is the sound of faith, and faith is the magnet of miracles. Words are tuning forks. They adjust your vibration instantly. Every time you say, I am prosperous, I am aligned with divine supply, you are striking a note that resonates with abundance. The universe hears that tone and begins to orchestrate events that match it. This is not about mechanical repetition. It is about feeling the truth of what you say until it hums in your bones. Your vibration speaks louder than your voice. So when you speak with conviction, the universe must echo back your declaration. The hidden money frequency is also purity of intention. You must desire wealth not for vanity or fear, but for expression, for freedom, for service. When your motive is pure, your vibration is clear, and clear vibration draws clear results. If you desire money to bless others, uplift, to create beauty, the current grows stronger because it aligns with divine will, which is always expansion and increase. The universe delights in circulation, and when your purpose matches that rhythm, you are carried effortlessly on its wave. Stillness is another secret of tuning into frequency. You cannot hear divine guidance in noise or panic. Calm your mind, and you will sense ideas whispering to you, paths revealing themselves. Money flows through inspired action, not frantic effort. When you are still, you receive, and when you receive, you are guided to act in perfect timing. This flow, not force. When you act from fear, you block the signal. When you act from trust, you amplify it. You must also cleanse your vibration of resentment and comparison. Envy is static that distorts the money frequency. It tells the universe that you do not trust your own supply. Every time you celebrate someone else's abundance, you tune yourself higher, because celebration is harmony. Jealousy is discord. Bless others who prosper. Bless every sign of wealth you see, for each blessing is a declaration that there is enough for all, and that you are next in line to receive. To live on the money frequency, to embody gratitude not as a ritual, but as a state of being. Give thanks for what you have and what is coming. Speak gratitude before evidence appears, for that act of faith turns invisible substance into visible form. Gratitude is magnetic. It draws to you everything that matches its vibration, because it says, I already have it, I already am it, and the universe rushes to prove you right. The frequency of money is simply the frequency of faith, love, joy, and gratitude blended into one radiant state. When you dwell in that vibration, the right people call you. Unexpected income finds you. Ideas appear effortlessly. Doors open in divine order, because the universe is responding to the signal you broadcast. It is not by chance, it is by resonance. You have become the magnet for your own prosperity. Money flows to you not because you chase it, but because you have become one with its frequency. When you hold that vibration unwaveringly, your life becomes an unending symphony of supply and abundance, flows like water in perfect harmony with the rhythm of your soul. Your money is not waiting in some distant future. It already exists in the invisible realm, vibrating around you like air, unseen but present. It is waiting for your permission to appear, waiting for your command to take form. For money responds to consciousness. It responds to belief, to energy, to your spoken word and your inner conviction. You are not a beggar before the universe. You are a creator made in the image of divine abundance. And when you awaken to this truth, you stop chasing wealth and start allowing it to unfold through you. Your money is waiting for you to awaken to your divine inheritance, to claim what has always belonged to you by right of consciousness. You see, the world teaches you that you must struggle, toil, and compete to earn money, but the divine truth is that money is not earned, it is aligned with money, is not fought, for it is attracted. When you align with divine order, you realize that the source of your wealth is not a person, a job, or a system. It is the infinite intelligence that governs all things. That same intelligence that grows trees and moves oceans also moves money. It arranges channels and opportunities in perfect time. The problem is never supply. The problem is awareness. Your supply already exists, but it cannot reach you until you believe you are worthy to receive your words. Your emotions, your expectations all form the signal you send into the universe. When you say, I am poor, I am unlucky, or money never comes easily to me, you are telling the infinite to hold back your good, because you are not yet ready for it. But when you say, I am richly supplied, I am open to divine flow, I am guided to every opportunity that leads to prosperity, you declare your readiness, and the current begins to move. What was blocked starts to flow. What was delayed starts to appear, because you have changed your internal state, and your outer world must obey. Your money is waiting behind the walls of fear and doubt. Fear says I might fail. Faith says I am already provided for. Doubt says I don't see it yet. Belief says it is already mine. And the universe mirrors whichever voice you choose. When you operate in fear, you contract. When you operate in faith, you expand. Money flows through expansion, not contraction. That is why joy, gratitude, and peace are magnets for prosperity. They expand your vibration until it harmonizes with divine supply. The moment you release fear, the energy that has been waiting to reach you bursts forth like a river breaking a dam. You must learn to act as if you already possess what you desire, not to pretend, but to align, walk, speak, and think from the vibration of abundance, rather than the vibration of waiting. When you say, I am ready for my blessing, you are still affirming that it has not yet come. Instead, say, I am living in my blessing. Now I am surrounded by wealth. Now I am supported in every way. Now this simple shift transforms waiting into receiving, because the universe mirrors your now, not your someday. Your money is waiting for your gratitude. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the invisible vault of abundance. Every time you say, thank you for the money I have, thank you for the opportunities coming my way, thank you for the abundance that surrounds me, unseen doors begin to open, because gratitude proves faith, and faith moves mountains. The grateful soul never runs dry, because gratitude keeps the channel open. The ungrateful soul builds walls that even miracles struggle to cross. Gratitude is the language of increase. It multiplies whatever it touches. Your money is also waiting for your peace. It cannot find its way to an anxious heart or a restless mind. Peace is magnetic to prosperity, because it reflects trust. When you are calm, you are declaring, I know my supply is secure. The universe is my banker. Divine law is my account balance. I cannot be in lack, for I live in divine order. Peace is the ultimate proof of faith, and faith is the currency of the unseen. The more peace you hold, the more power you carry. Let go of chasing money and start attracting it through alignment and trust. Money chases those who are already in harmony with its vibration. The moment you stop worrying about how it will come, you create space for it to come from everywhere. The divine is never limited. It has countless channels and infinite methods to deliver you supply, so do not bind it by expectation. Let it surprise you, let it delight you by showing up through ways you never imagined. Your money is waiting for your command. The spoken word is the wand of creation. Speak as one who knows their authority. Declare, every day money flows to me freely and endlessly. Divine order governs my finances. Every bill is paid, every need is met. I am a channel of prosperity. For all these words are not mere affirmations, they are decrees. And every decree spoken in faith reshapes the substance of reality. Your words summon your money from the unseen to the seen. Remember, your money is not lost. It is simply waiting for you to rise into the vibration of its reality. When you think poor, you move away from it. When you think rich, you draw it closer. The universe is never withholding. It is always responding. Your job is not to fight for wealth, but to become wealth in consciousness. When your energy vibrates with confidence, faith, gratitude, and peace, money can no longer resist you. It must flow to you. It must obey you, for it recognizes its master. Your money is waiting for you to awaken to who you really are, the child of infinite abundance, the heir of divine prosperity, the one who commands with love and receives with grace. The universe listens not with ears, But with vibration, every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you feel sends out a frequency that the universe must echo back to you. This is the unbreakable law of vibration. Sacred rhythm by which all things move and manifest. When you understand that the universe mirrors your inner state, you begin to realize that you are never waiting for life to change. Life is waiting for you to change. The energy you send out is the energy you receive. When you vibrate lack, you see lack. When you vibrate abundance, you draw abundance. The universe simply reflects what you radiate. Money responds to this same universal law. It has no will of its own. It simply obeys the vibration that calls it. When you are anxious, fearful, or desperate about money, you emit the energy of scarcity, and scarcity becomes your experience. But when you stand in calm trust, declaring that divine supply flows through you without limit, you shift into the vibration of plenty, and money begins to move toward you like metal to a magnet. The key is not to chase the reflection, but to master the vibration. Once the vibration changes, the reflection must follow. You are always broadcasting your financial reality through your thoughts and feelings. If you constantly worry about not having enough, your vibration tells the universe to keep confirming that fear. The universe does not judge or filter, it only amplifies what you believe. So, if you want the music of abundance, you must change the tune of your thoughts. This is why meditation, gratitude, and positive speech are so powerful. They tune your inner frequency to the rhythm of wealth. And when you vibrate in that rhythm, money cannot help but flow to you. Your vibration is like a song, and the universe is the echo. When you sing a song of faith, joy, and gratitude, the echo returns as opportunity, prosperity, and peace. If your song is one of fear, doubt, and resentment, the echo returns as obstacles, struggle, and loss. The sound may change, but the law remains constant. You cannot sing a sad song and expect a joyful echo. So sing the melody of success. Even before success appears, speak words of increase. Even when evidence seems lacking, this is the language the universe understands. Vibration. First, manifestation. Second, the power of vibration means that every act and every word must carry the tone of abundance. When you give with joy, not fear. When you spend with gratitude, not guilt. When you work with love, not frustration. These vibrations multiply your wealth because they align your actions with divine harmony, and divine harmony always produces increase. The emotion behind what you do matters more than the action itself, for emotion is energy in motion. It is the true currency of the universe. Do not be fooled by appearances when times seem lean or opportunities seem distant. That is only the residue of past vibrations. Do not speak about what is wrong. Speak to what is right. Speak to what is coming. Speak life into your finances, for your vibration is the cause, and the outer world is only the effect. Your words are the levers that move energy into alignment. When you say, I am richly supplied, I am guided by divine wisdom, I am open to unexpected blessings, you are not describing the world as is. You are declaring the vibration that will soon shape it. There is no delay in divine order, only preparation. While you raise your vibration, the universe rearranges circumstances to match it. Sometimes doors close so better ones may open. Sometimes delays occur because your energy is still being tuned. Trust that every moment is working for you, never against you. Hold fast to the frequency of gratitude and faith, even in silence, even in stillness. The universe is listening and aligning every detail to match the vibration you sustain. Your vibration does not lie, it reveals your faith more than your words. You can say, I am abundant, yet secretly vibrate fear. And the universe responds to the fear, not the phrase. So align your feelings with your declarations. Feel the truth of what you say. Feel rich before the evidence shows. Feel thankful before the money arrives. Feel peace before the problem is solved. Because when you feel it, you emit it. And when you emit it, the universe must reflect it back. When your vibration is steady and unwavering, money becomes effortless. It no longer arrives as struggle, but as natural flow, like air filling a room or water finding its level. Everything that belongs to you by divine right will gravitate to you easily because your vibration matches your destiny. You will not need to force or chase, for what you seek is already seeking you. The moment you radiate its energy, it finds its way home to you. So guard your vibration as your greatest treasure. It is the invisible signature of your destiny. Keep it pure, keep it strong, keep it filled with gratitude and joy. Speak only words that uplift, think only thoughts that strengthen, act only from faith, not fear, for the universe listens always and responds always to the vibration you hold within. When you vibrate love, abundance, and peace, money flows to you without resistance because it recognizes its true source in you. And when you live in that awareness, you will see that you were never trying to attract prosperity. You were simply remembering that you are prosperity made manifest.